Hi there, we have Tracey Jackson with us, Business Development Manager from Howells Patent Glazing. Hi, Tracey. Thank you so much for talking to us here at GGP.
Hi, it's been lovely to be here with you.
During the course of your career, you completed a degree apprenticeship. What was that like?
At the time, it was part of a measure that we were doing as a company. From 2017, we decided to upskill all our staff. So we all started with functional skills, which was fun, getting everyone to partake in that. What we found is when people started finishing in the apprenticeships they were on, they wanted to do more, and that's what happened with us. We started with an ILM in supervision, and then we moved on to the CMI qualification in operations management, level 5. So that was the degree apprenticeship. And for the local college that we did it for, my sister and I, who works here as well, we were the first ones to ever do that qualification with them, and they actually put us forward for an award because of it. It was a really exciting time, to be honest. And then because of what I do within the business, we became fellowship members of the Chartered Managers Institute as well. So it was quite nice to have the whole rounded experience. And that all comes from getting the contact from one local college and deciding as a company that we wanted to move forward. But we found that a lot of members of staff have wanted to do more and more, and that's where we started with it. It's just education is quite addictive. You do one, and then you realise that it's actually can open doors to other things, and you just carry on and carry on. In the last 12 months, I've done 7 qualifications because it's just really, really exciting to do, and you can see the progression and where it leads, and it opens doors for the other things that you can offer inside the business as well. It's just really exciting. Yeah, well, we were actually only closed here for 3 weeks, the whole of the lockdown period. And the management team here, which I'm one of the members of that, we carried on working from home all the way through. So that's why I'm sort of saying that regardless of COVID, I think we probably would have still done the same qualifications, simply because we carried on working through anyway. But it's been hard work, no doubt about it.
Well done for continuing with it all. Apprenticeships are a hot topic at the moment, so that's why I'm asking you about it. I'm hearing more and more industry professionals talking about a lack of skilled workers coming up. So, what's your view on this? Are more apprenticeships the key to solving this issue?
Yes, but we need to have a new style of apprenticeships. I mean, the T levels, that's something we actually got involved with as a company, and for a local college again. But there was no continuity to it, no follow through from the college for it. So we set up all the things we wanted to do for the T levels. We had all courses. We looked at what they needed, what we could offer. We did it together. We spoke to the students, and then they came a few times, then didn't bother coming back. There was no follow-up or no follow-through. And I think this is where it's so disappointing for us, and it's got to be disappointing for the students and for the colleges, but they all sort of need to get together and say, this is important. It needs to go back to grassroots, like when I did my very first apprenticeship many, many years ago, where you have that day release where it's actually working in the career, you're doing the apprenticeship, and it's a proper qualification that takes you through into your career, where you can actually have usable skills at the end, rather than this new kind of style where I want to be a manager. Well, a manager of what? Tell me what industries you want to be in. What do you want to achieve at the end for being a manager? Big company, small company? Do you want to do operations? Those questions, no one asks the questions. They're just happy enough to tick that box and say, well, he's going to uni, he's going to college, and he wants to do an apprenticeship, not really looking down into where is this all going. Let's have a look at some local industries. We can get some day releases in some of these, and let's see, You want to work with your hands. Let's look at all your manufacturing plants around here. Let's see if there's something in those where you can really see yourself working. Let's trial these out. I'm sure if you approached companies with that vein in mind, where we've got someone here who really wants to work with their hands, they want to do engineering, they want to see a product that they take from grassroots right through to being made, what kind of thing do you offer? And see, that's what we do. It's our own system. We put it all together on site, and they see something made, what they put together at the end of it. That's got to be exciting to someone. It just needs dressing up in the right kind of way to attract the right kind of person. They give these opportunities. And even if one company couldn't offer a whole apprenticeship, which is what's putting them off at the moment, maybe there's something that could be done between companies where they could say, well, okay, we're going to do 3 months here, 3 months somewhere else, and look at it that way. But it's a paperwork nightmare. I can see why they're having a problem with it.
Is there anything that you wanted to say to our readership that I haven't covered?
I just love fenestration as an industry, and I think it's very underrated. And when we've done the career fairs in the past, you ask anyone what fenestration means, nobody even knows the meaning of the word. And I think that's just really sad when you're looking at that is a major cross section of our young population don't even consider a career in glazing as a viable option. It's not a career in computers. It's not this random being a manager, and yet it is really, isn't it? And I think that's where careers advice within schools shouldn't just be about finding free opportunities in companies and putting all their money that way. It should actually be about, okay, we need to offer really something. We've got these students here that really want this kind of opportunity. How can we get that opportunity to them? Not, well, let's see who can offer it for free to us. And then you've got this really tiny pool of opportunities to them. Let's widen it out and let's think about what's actually really usable for them and how can we bring that to this school now. Because if they was to approach us and offer us the right kind of opportunity, we'd take the opportunity to them. And I'm sure there's a lot of other companies that would do the same. I've been to a lot of these meetings where we're with a load of other glass and glazing companies that were saying we want to be able to offer an opportunity, but we're a bit frightened of the health and safety restrictions of it. We're a bit frightened of the risk assessment part of it with these young people. Let's look at that and let's think about doing something that encompasses all these worry factors, that puts it together in some kind of package where you can go, actually, here, this is what you need to do. This is it laid out. What can we do? How can we make this fit what you can offer? And let's look at it from a different point of view, rather than what can you offer us for free? Let's look at how can we adapt this opportunity to meet the needs of the student and meet the needs of the company. And let's try and find a way of bringing these two opportunities together. I know that we've offered a lot for such a small company, and I know that the larger companies actually have dedicated staff just to put these opportunities out there. And I know construction is really, really trying hard to try and entice all these young people in there, but not everyone knows what they need to do and how to approach it and what's expected of them. Let's put something together so that they can they know what it looks like, and they can see, all right, what we need to do is bring this one product down there, and then what we need to do is get 2 members of staff and we need to show them what to do, and we need to have little groups of students, and this is what it's going to look like, and this is a benchmark into what good looks like. I've got friends who have sent children into work experience opportunities where they really thought they'd come away with construction skills, manufacturing skills, and they've been sat licking envelopes, or worse still, sat doing absolutely nothing for the whole week. Like, this must be happening with a lot of other students as well. They must really want something but don't know how to get it, and that's what schools should be doing. They should be making that kind of interaction with industry, not just ticking a box.
Absolutely, I agree. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us today, Tracey. Brilliant to have you.
No problem. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.